just another snowy Thursday, and that makes Brian happy. Only one day away from Friday, and 2 days from Saturday. Saturday's better than Sunday. It's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, it's Thursday. It's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, it's Thursday. Thursday's the day that we take for granted, cause we know our holiday plans can get slanted. It's only 2 days from the weekend, and 48 hours from drinking Tom and Jerry's with friends. And Facebook tells me today will be cold, cause I can't go outside for myself, you know? It's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, it's Thursday. It's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, it's Thursday. See, it is Thursday, over the hump day. Oh, Thursday, what could be worse day? Oh, Thursday, getting drunk and having a snow day. Hey, look, The Simpsons is on. Mr. Plow, that's the name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Thursday, Randy Hughes brewing delicious beer for the weekend day. Early in the morning, rising to State Street, trying to be clever on the morning sickness. Brian Jean wears scree-dee-dee-dee. Say make a Christmas wish, hold it tight, tell it to the big guy. Hope he gets it right. Happy holidays, a happy new year. Don't be a douchebag and spread some cheer. Don't be a Scrooge, don't be too mean. I'll see you all in 2014.
From a long time ago, Andy Hughes in a holiday-themed version of the Thursday song. As we get closer and closer, 2 weeks from today is when Christmas hits us right in the face. How prepared are you?
I'm getting there.
I will be much more prepared by the end of the day today.
Yeah, I need some more time doing some things, running around. The box got shipped, so our relatives that live out of town.
Okay.
Some things got ordered for other relatives that live out of town. So, like, the not people that are here, I think, are covered. But I still have I haven't wrapped a single thing. I still have a lot of shopping to do.
The
cards haven't gone out. I did pick them up, but they're not.
Cards got picked up yesterday.
They're not out.
The wrapping of several presents is getting done today. And then I think when the wife gets home from work, we'll get addresses on those cards and get them in the mail tomorrow. So,
but 2 weeks from today. So and the lead up is the fun part, right?
No.
I think so, right?
The fun part is opening presents and eating
well,
eating
that's
food.
fun too. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that. Lead up's good.
It is Hypothetical Thursday. We're going to ask each other hypothetical questions a bit later on. We're going to talk to Office Cora, who's back from her holiday bus trip to Nashville.
Very excited to hear about that.
Looking forward to hearing about that. Going to talk about some of the states you may not want to be in during the holidays because they're very dangerous to be in. Also, the apps, National App Day. We're going to get to that here in just a bit. Top apps of 2025, along with some of our favorite apps. Rockmornings.com if you want to join us. Looks like it's going to be about 20 degrees today with some clouds. Might see some snow in the morning tomorrow. Then all of a sudden, it nosedives this weekend. 4 on Saturday, 6 on Sunday. Very cold, brutally cold.
Yeah, very cold.
Single-digit highs.
Yes, agreed. Yes.
Over the weekend. Not going to be good. So button up, buckle up, and get ready. Thursday song done. Hypothetical Thursday coming up. Bad news, happy music as well. And Office Cora is going to join us just after 8.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Today is National App Day.
It is National App Day today.
Head on over to the App Store, maybe Google Play.
Multiple apps running at the same time.
Sort for software application.
I have my mom app and my career app and my wife app and my yoga potty app.
My favorite app is...
My favorite apps are the ones before my entree.
Happy National App Day.
Showtime!
National App Day. Also National Noodle Ring Day. Like SpaghettiOs, basically.
Not like a pool noodle.
I suppose.
Not like that. Celebrating the software that, makes digital lives come to life, from games to tools, but also, the ones that are necessary, too, right? The ones that are fun.
Calculator, weather app.
The one that...
calendar app.
You're playing your Candy Crush.
Meme generator app.
But there's also the necessary ones, too.
ChatGPT, number one free app that iPhone users downloaded this year. No big surprise. AI, a huge thing for people in 2025. It was followed by Threads, Google, TikTok, and WhatsApp. Google Gemini was the only other chat bot app to make the list, coming in at number 10. The top paid iPhone apps include Hot Schedules, Shadow Rocket, and Procreate Pocket. The top free iPhone games included Block Blast, Fortnite, Roblox, and Minecraft. And heads up among the top paid iPhone games. YouTube, number one free iPad app downloadable or downloaded this year. Followed by ChatGPT, Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, a bunch of others as well. Apple also included the most downloaded Apple Arcade games, and those included NFL Retro Bowl 26, NBA 2K25, and a bunch of others as well. But National App Day, I don't know if I have a favorite app, one that I absolutely cannot live without. I don't even know which ones I use the most, but it's probably all the games I play on my stupid phone, which just to keep my brain busy. I have a sports talk radio station that has an app out of Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. I tend to listen to that for several hours a day during the week. Patriots pregame is on there as well, so that's nice. Obviously can't tune in from here, so can tune in on the app. Other than listening to the live stream on their app, though, I don't do anything with it in terms of entering contests or listening to podcasts or any of that stuff. Weather app, I open that almost daily just to take a look, see what's going on. CBS Sports app, just to give me the scores. Open that up. Obviously the social media apps, Facebook, my email inbox. I don't know if that's not technically an app.
Correct.
Sirius XM, use that app as well. On occasion, not very often, but once in a while. Sometimes on the weekends, if I'm mowing the lawn or whatever, and I'm looking for tunes, I'll turn that on and listen to 80s on 8 or something like that. Clock app, I use that a lot for my alarm. Obviously, set that every day. I don't know. Do you use your phone for your alarm?
I do. I use my phone. I use it I have a fan app for white noise.
We tried that years ago, and that's why we bought a fan just for vacations. So
I don't mind it.
I felt like the app on the phone didn't sound quite right. I'm trying to see here.
I use Snap all the time because that's how I communicate with
your children.
Yeah, the girls specifically all the time. With Ella down in Madison, we're on Snap a lot.
That's about it. I have so many apps that I never even open. They're just there. I mean, I've got Netflix and Paramount Plus and all the streaming apps that we watch stuff on, but I never watch things on my phone because I just prefer to watch it on television. National App Day. You got a favorite app?
Well, like I said, Snapchat probably because it keeps me in communication, but I'm opening up, like you said, the clock, the phone app, I'm TikTok and Instagram and all those Be Real, all those social programs. I've got a lot. American Airlines was very important to me a couple weeks ago. I was on that app constantly trying to figure out what the hell was going on. But yeah, App Day.
National App Day. Celebrate your favorite apps.
And get ours if you don't have it.
Yeah, you can download the 95.7 The Rock app. You can also download the 92.9 The X app. Send us voicemails, pictures, videos.
Win a ton of things.
Yeah, sign up to win a bunch of stuff on both apps.
Yes, lots of free stuff to win.
Lots of prizes.
511 app I found is very helpful this time of year when I'm trying to travel around. Looking at, road conditions and all of that.
Speaking of that, we got a text yesterday morning, like right as the show was ending. Cody texted in and said, roads are bad, bitches in the ditches all morning.
Yeah.
And then I texted him back right away and said, be careful, yo. And then at 4:12 in the afternoon, Cody texted in, can I get free tickets? Yeah, you can go to the app and you can click win, and then you can sign up for that stuff. We got plenty of tickets and stuff. We're going to have even more as we get closer and closer to some of these shows we've been announcing.
Mm-hmm.
So check it out on the app there, Cody. Didn't even use the word please. Come on, man. Didn't your mom raise you better than that? It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. National App Day, also Noodle Ring Day. So I have some SpaghettiOs for lunch while you're downloading all the hottest new apps.
What are you wishing for this Christmas? Let Apple help with their new suite of holiday apps. See something you'd love to have? Scan it with the I Want. It instantly sends a photo, price information, and store location to 7 people on your giver list. Then on Christmas morning, look, a gold lame sweater with orange fake fur trim. Time to activate the I Wouldn't Be Caught Dead in This app. Got way too much family visiting? Then while away the hours with the I Wish My Mother-in-Law Lived in Siberia app. Apple's new apps for Christmas. And coming in January, the I Am Seriously hosed on these credit card bills.
One thing I've always been disappointed with is when we talk about stuff like plants and birds and whatever, people always suggest some sort of app that can identify these. I've never had any luck with those things. Every time I've tried to download, and I can download them, it's not a question of that. It's just every time I go to use them, they don't work very well.
Google Lens, have you done that?
Is that the one where you take a picture of something on the internet and then it finds it?
Yes.
I don't need that. I'll just Google it.
Oh, I don't know. That's come in handy for mostly just that. We're on a hike or something, and it's like, what is that? Or when we were traveling, it was like, what's that tree or whatever? And that, it's helpful for that.
I guess, like, when we went to Nashville, there's apps that you can download, city guides and things of that nature.
Tons.
That'll help you if you're traveling, obviously, especially to a new place. We had a beer finder app for a while that it was like you sign up for it, it's $5 a year or something like that, and then you get discounts on breweries. And the problem was none of them were in the area where we travel. So it was like, weren't really going to save any money with that. But lots of apps out there. National App Day.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
And now, a woman's thoughts about getting sick around the holidays.
Why do I always get sick this time of year? My nose is stuffed. My throat hurts. I can't stop coughing. I took one of those tests and it's not COVID or the flu. Can a cold really make you feel this bad? And now I'm going to miss that Christmas cookie exchange tomorrow night and my husband's work party on Friday. Wait, I'm missing 2 parties for totally legitimate reasons. I love getting sick this time of year.
And that was a woman's thoughts about getting sick around the holidays.
Wife is battling right now. Rough day.
Speaking of sick around the holidays.
Rough day yesterday and Monday. Sounds like morning's worse, obviously. Get out of bed, everything's been settling, and then you got to hack all that up. And like yesterday, she's like all over. I'm like, I'm not trying to get sick. Get away from me. Like,
stay over on
I love you. That's fine, and all that stuff. And, I'm
when
here.
When you're feeling better.
But let's, and she's, get away from me, man. Trying to stay healthy as much as I can, at least. Week 15 in the NFL kicking off tonight with the Falcons at the Bucs. 7:15 kickoff on Amazon Prime. The Bears host the Browns on Sunday at noon. Packers in Denver taking on the Broncos Sunday at 3:25. Lions are at the Rams on Sunday at 3:25. And the Vikings are in Dallas taking on the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
How about them Cowboys?
Badgers got thrashed by Nebraska last night, 90-60 the final score.
That last possession right there, the block to seal it. Nebraska with a 30-point drubbing of the Wisconsin Badgers tonight here in Lincoln in their conference opener.
Yeah.
That's never good.
Nebraska ranked in the AP Top 25 for the first time since 2018. They are undefeated, 10-0, matching their best start in school history. Meanwhile, the Badgers are 7-3. Losing their second straight road game, scoring the fewest points of the season as well. Badgers now off until next Friday. They got a whole week off, and they'll play against Villanova next Friday night at 7 o'clock on Fox. That is part of the Milwaukee Hoops Showdown, which will be at the Pfizer Forum, one of these like weird little offshoot.
Like mini tournament kind of thing?
I don't even think it's a tournament. It's just a game at the Pfizer between Villanova and Wisconsin. Bucks are at home tonight against the Celtics at 7 p.m. Number 3 Wisconsin volleyball sweeping Eastern Illinois and North Carolina last weekend in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament at the Fieldhouse. Now they are going to be in Austin, Texas tomorrow, taking on number 2 Stanford in the Sweet 16. That game starts at about 1:30, and it'll be on ESPN if you want to tune in and watch the Wisconsin women play some volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
What a wild story out of Michigan. They fire the head coach, and then hours later, he's arrested for assault. This is just off the rails crazy. Has there ever been a star that's fallen so fast and so hard?
Why does everything, I don't know.
Sharon Moore in custody.
Sexual assault have to do with Michigan.
In Michigan, in a county jail there last night as a suspect in an alleged assault. Hours after he was fired as Michigan's head football coach for having what the school said was a, quote, inappropriate relationship with a staff member. So this was not a student. It was a staff member, but it was apparently an inappropriate relationship. Obviously, big universities, large companies have all sorts of rules and regulations and HR people to deal with this kind of crap. But Michigan fired him yesterday following an investigation into his conduct with a staff member, saying, quote, UM head football coach Sharon Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately. Following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, and then hours later, cops were called and he got arrested for an alleged assault.
Yeah.
Wild stories.
It is. I woke up this morning and saw that was all over the place, and it's like, what?
The first thing I saw yesterday was Deadspin posting, and I'm like, is this real? And then Barstool got a hold of it, and Portnoy was in the shower and got out and had to do an emergency press conference.
10 o'clock last night, he's listed
and then
as
all of a sudden,
inmate in the jail.
Hours later, he's getting arrested. I mean, what a wild story out of Michigan. Obviously, more details will be coming in the next couple of hours and days. First baseman Pete Alonso agreeing to a deal with the Baltimore Orioles, finalizing a 5-year, $155 million contract to play for Baltimore. So big moves in MLB as the winter meetings continue and all that stuff. And yeah, crazy. Michigan.
Crazy.
Right? Hypothetical Thursday. We're going to talk about that after 7 o'clock. Ask each other hypothetical questions. Excited to talk to Office Cora as well. See how our trip to Nashville went. I already got a text from our guy, Dan. He wanted several direct questions asked of our friend Cora. He has intimate knowledge
of how the trip went.
Yeah, I think so.
He was there.
Yeah. We'll get to the Foo Fighters here in a couple.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
I find a lot of his songs repetitive and annoying.
Dumbed down.
Makes me want to blow my brains out.
The peak of my creativity was my original Baby Shark.
Baby Shark, do, 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 Baby Shark.
All of a sudden, Ping Pong was the Baby Shark standard. And I was like, you know what? I quit.
HBO putting out a documentary on Christmas Day about terminally uncool children's music like Baby Shark, Wiggles, Barney, all that stuff, and how it became massive, how they became such hits, and why adults hate it so much, and the struggles they've had mentally to deal with this crap because it's never ending. It's always something. Ugh. It's called Music Box, Happy and You Know It. It debuts on Christmas Day on HBO and HBO Max, a new documentary exploring the popularity of children's music. Things like Baby Shark, the Wiggles. I don't know if it goes all the way back into the 70s and 80s. Some of the stuff that I grew up with, like Rosenschantz. I don't know if you guys had that out here, but it was a big thing in New England.
I love you.
Barney, of course.
Barney, yes, I was just going to say.
Yeah. Oof.
We're a happy family.
It explores the tunes that are terminally uncool to adults and dismissed by music critics, yet are adored by children and kids. Massive hits on YouTube, obviously. The Wiggles, Baby Shark, more songs that are actually underrated, according to some critics. It traces the origins of some of the most played songs, right? To find out who wrote them, who recorded them, where do they come from, how did it happen.
Okay.
Explaining how advancements in technology and AI are also reshaping and turbocharging the genre of children's music. Also delves deep into the popularity of the genre, with HBO detailing in a press release how some of the most notable children's music artists have found success. A guy named Anthony Field of the Wiggles.
Yeah, the Wiggles.
Has seen more than 4 billion streams on Spotify. The guy from the Presidents of the United States of America.
Yes.
Walked away from his mainstream fame and reinvented himself as a children's artist.
Because there's money in it?
Casper Baby Pants. And all sorts of other stuff. Someone who toured with Beyonce as a bass player before releasing their own hip-hop and R&B album for kids. They say, I've been on stages in front of 50,000 people, but to be in an auditorium with some 5-year-olds, I get intimidated by those little kids.
Sure.
It's the newest installment of the Music Box series that was created by Bill Simmons. Music Box series, which debuted on HBO. Yeah, 2021 collection of documentary films. Again, this one drops on Christmas Day. HBO with a new docuseries about the popularity of Christmas tunes. Or
kids music.
Kids tunes, children's tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a band in New England when I was in elementary school, and they were called Rosenschantz. And they would come to your school and they would perform, and it was like adults, and they had colorful costumes, and they had these songs, and they had like little albums or like tapes you could buy and stuff like that, and songs like My Security, Blankets, and like geared towards kids.
I think that might have been more of a regional thing.
And I think they were trying to become like some sort of, and I think they genuinely like kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming. I don't know if there's a dark side to that whole thing, but
now that you think about it and you're a grown up, you're like, what?
Yeah, I mean, but
Let me
I just
look into that a little bit more.
Yeah. For me, it was never about. I mean, it was cartoon theme songs or TV theme songs as opposed to
Just
YouTube videos
songs.
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But those would get caught in my head, or like the wagon wheel guy, the little commercials,
Yes.
When I'm slow on the draw and I need something to chaw, I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
Sure.
When my 10-gallon hat's feeling 5 gallons flat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm just a bill sitting on Capitol Hill.
Schoolhouse Rocks, obviously.
Rocks. But these are more like, YouTube and permeating into everything. I mean, Baby Shark was in everything.
Oh, yeah, well, people were singing it on a plane, right?
Everything.
When they were doing CPR, they were like, do it to perform CPR. Ugh. HBO Max, new documentary on Christmas Day about the popularity of children's music. Thursday Night Football is tonight on Amazon. Bucks and Falcons over on ABC. A new episode of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. The celebrities on Wheel of Fortune are Meghan Trainor. Is she the one that lost a bunch of weight? All about that bass?
They all have.
Right, but she was in a commercial all about that bass, and she's wearing like a dress that looks like a lampshade. Also, Taye Diggs and Sebastian Maniscalco on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune tonight on ABC. Followed by 2 new episodes of The Great Christmas Light Fight. Not 1, but 2 episodes on ABC. NBC is already airing its 2025 year in review, starting at 8:15 this evening.
Already, huh?
Taking a look back. And over on Netflix today, the series premiere of Man vs. Baby. It's got Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson.
Yes.
Back as a house sitter, Trevor Bingley from Man vs. Bee. This time he gets stuck caring for a missing baby while house sitting in London over the Christmas holiday.
Hello? Sorry to bother you, sir. We're making inquiries about a missing baby.
A baby? A misplaced baby?
What do you mean, Dad? What are you doing, Trevor?
It's a bit of a long story. I rang earlier about a baby that was left behind at St. Aldwyn's School.
Weird to see Mr. Bean talking.
Yes, talking. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen him talking in other stuff before. He's obviously he's done many other things besides Mr. Bean, but
you always put him in that box.
Oh, yeah. Man vs. Baby, series premiere on Netflix today. Matlock and Elsbeth are new tonight. Fallon is in a rerun. Kimmel's new with Jamie Lee Curtis and The Pretty Reckless, going to be performing on Kimmel's show. Stephen Colbert is talking to Kate Winslet and the guys from Ben & Jerry's. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield. Isn't one of them out? Didn't one of them get kicked out or leave because they got sold and he was mad and they don't have creative control over their ice creams and stuff?
I thought they both did, but yes.
Maybe they both did. And Seth Meyers is also new tonight with Ike Barinholtz and Ashley Padilla. We finished up season 2 of Stranger Things, so we're halfway home to getting done with the rewatch, the reruns, before we get to season 5 and the new episodes. Like I said, we're getting to the point now where we got 2 weeks left before Christmas. So by the time we get so by the time we get done, we should be right up against Christmas, and then we'll be able to just hammer home all of the episodes in season 5,
except for the last one, which won't come out until New Year's Eve.
But
right?
that's a week. It's a week from Christmas. It's unlike this whole Thanksgiving to Christmas month-long wait that people have. I know a lot of people watch the first portion of season 5 the day it came out.
And now they're waiting for the other half.
Yeah. But season 2, that's the one where the Mind Flayer or Mind Slayer, whatever it is inside of Will, and they got to get it out. So they take him to Hopper's cabin and super duper heat him. Dude, it's so funny to watch that back.
He likes it cold.
Well, they get all these. First of all, where did they get all these space heaters? All those were in the shed behind Joyce Byers' house, right? When Hopper threw all the stuff out to make the first attempt to get the thing out of Will. And then they're like, well, we'll take Will to Hopper's cabin. And then they start going through all the crap that was in the shed, and there's like 9 different space heaters. And then they take him to this cabin that's out in the middle of nowhere. And you're telling me in the early 80s, that they could plug in all these space heaters and they wouldn't like completely
have a generator problem?
Right. They wouldn't blow a fuse or something up there. Come on, man. Again, it's all... You have to
put common sense aside.
It was just one of those weird things last night. I said it to my wife when we were watching. I'm like, there's no way they wouldn't have blown a fuse. I'm like, they don't even have enough power to run the TV, let alone all these space heaters. Are you kidding me? Gene plugged in one space heater in the wall one time, and it blew up the whole radio station. All 6 of us went off the air. There's no way that's
no way. That's all that
That's
can.
one tiny little, like, new space heater. These are these old school ones, man. Yeah. Not to mention the whole town's without power because the lab went down, right? And everybody's without power.
Except the cabin.
Yeah, except the cabin. And then it didn't get super powered until 11 was fighting off the closing the gate. So it wasn't like anyways, that whole thing kind of bugged me. I was like, damn it. Anyways, I digress. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We got Office Cora coming up a bit later on. We're also going to get to our hypothetical questions. If you want to be a part of the program and get in touch with us, visit rockmornings.com. Just got a text from Chuck, said locally Hans Meyer is the go-to for kids music. He plays the kids stage at Riverfest.
Yes.
With songs like My Brother Eats Bugs. Yeah,
very local.
I've seen him at Riverfest. But these are more national, YouTube video guys as opposed to local dudes. Thanks, Chuck.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
It's 4 below freezing and I'm 14 years old. Yeah, I'm a boy wearing shorts. Way too cool to admit that it's cold. Yeah, I'm a boy wearing shorts. Please don't stare at these legs with no hair. Yeah, I'm a boy wearing shorts.
Yeah, we wear shorts. And apparently that's news to some people.
What's the psychology behind that, Brian?
I don't know, but a picture of a random dude in Chicago has sparked a debate about shorts in the winter. Molly on Twitter, I believe, at Molly Fleck, Fleck, posting a picture of a guy wearing a gray T-shirt.
Okay, so he's not wearing a jacket either. It's not like he's bundled on the top.
A white hat.
Nothing on the bottom.
Black shorts and some white sneakers, carrying what looks to be maybe a water bottle, wearing a watch on an icy, snowy sidewalk in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
There is a sandwich board sign next to him, along with a snowbank. There's a blue vehicle, like a crossover, parked on the side next to where he's walking. And then the juxtaposition here, the opposite end of the spectrum is you can clearly see what looks to be a woman, long pants, a brown jacket, and then it's one of these where she's got it not only wearing the jacket, but she's also kind of huddled up inside of the jacket across the street, trying to cross over to where he's walking. And the caption from Molly Fleck said, Chicagoans are just built different. Lots of replies. I don't think this is a Chicago thing. There's a certain genre of white man who always wears gym shorts and a tee no matter what the weather. This is just a thing with a certain type of man. IMO, it's location agnostic, as in it doesn't matter.
Sure.
One person said, LOL, year-round shorts guy exists everywhere, though.
Uh-huh.
And they do.
That's absolutely the truth.
Other people pointing out places where the phenomenon occurs the most. Someone said it has been spotted in northeast Philly, another cold temperature area. Rochester, New York.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Tons in the Midwest, probably all over Michigan and Minnesota.
Somebody said a very
everywhere.
a very regular appearance in Minneapolis. Can attest, though, through experience alone. Then, of course, everyone from New England, like myself, said, in New England, this is so common it would never occur to me to take a picture. Then, of course, there's people who hate on the guy wearing shorts, just living his best life. Someone says, there are a-holes like this in every cold region. Saw 2 this morning when I went to get coffee.
Oddly enough, I worked with 2 in this building, people who are shorts wearers. Is it the pant? Is it jeans or just not a
Someone
thing?
else who goes by punchable whack white hipster bitch on Instagram or whatever platform this is, says this is peak performative male behavior. So it's okay for everybody else to dress and look and do whatever they want with their hair and their face and everything else. But if a guy is wearing shorts in the wintertime, we're not allowed to do that? We have to be called into question?
There's probably some genetics about the warmth, and how much you can handle the heat or not.
Somebody else commented, this bleep is performative. He's cold as hell. Look, if you're like me and you take a 2-second walk from your truck in the parking lot to the building where you're going to be in for the next 8 to 10 hours, I'm not going to get all bundled up for that. There's no reason. So I can unbundle when I get to work. What am I, Mr. Rogers?
If you were working out in it.
If I'm going to be working on a bridge somewhere, then I'm not going to dress like this. That's fool's gold. You'd be an idiot. This guy, who knows? He might just be walking to his car. He may, I don't know.
Parked over there.
Again, and who cares? If the guy wants to wear shorts and a hoodie or a shirt, then have at it, man. And if he's cold, that's on him. Somebody else said, I get irrationally angry when I see this in the wild. This energy is similar to owning a Cybertruck. You're a dumb bitch, and you should shut the hell up, is what I would say. How about mind your own damn business? Don't worry about guy in the shorts, all right? It's a normal thing. People wear shorts year-round.
Sure.
They're comfortable. They're
She
easy.
didn't obviously hasn't seen a lot of that and noted it.
In the wintertime, I don't have to get the bottom of my pants all soggy and disgusting.
Do you run warmer, too?
And I am a very fat, running warm guy.
Get warm quickly, is that it?
I like to be comfortable, and comfort to me is wearing shorts and a hoodie. Some people like to wear stretchy pants to work. Right? Or sweatpants or slippers. I mean, we got somebody here that wears slippers when they get here. So whatever, man. Someone else said, I think these people are stupid. Why do you want to suffer? Why do you want to feel uncomfortable?
Well, everybody's
How do you know he's uncomfortable?
No. Comments are comments. They're going to make them on the internet all the time.
Someone else
What's
said,
interesting is people that wear the shorts and they're in like Florida or North Carolina and they think they're roughing it, right?
Right.
Like they're
it's 50 in Florida.
It's 50 and you're wearing shorts in the wintertime.
Someone else said, literally my biggest ick just screams fragile masculinity.
I'd rather be a little bit cold.
I can't wait to die and get off this planet. I gotta be. I'm not gonna make it. I can't deal with these people.
Why do you care what they say about it?
Because it's just stupid to think the guy's a fragile masculine dude because he wears shorts and a t-shirt. It's like,
would you rather be a little cold most of the time or hot all the time?
Oh, a little cold. I'd never want to be hot. Never ever once. Never once. I hate being hot. It's the worst. I'm here for my comfort. Yeah. I don't want to be hot. I don't mind being cold. Hunter texted in and said, Brian, are we talking about above the knee or below the knee shorts? Well, below the knee is like...
Pants?
Those are... what do they call those? Capris? Yeah, I think I'm not talking about like board shorts that you wear to the beach. I'm talking about regular ass shorts. Somewhere right around the knee. Maybe a little below, maybe on the knee, maybe a little above.
But you're also not farming. You know what I mean? You're not spending...
So when I go out to shovel my driveway, yesterday I shoveled in my shorts because I was only going to be out there for a little while. But if I'm going to be out there for like an hour or two and it's like 10 degrees outside, then I'll throw in some sweatpants. Yeah.
For instance, 4 degrees on Saturday, a high, and 6 on Sunday. So,
but apparently,
be careful.
A guy wearing shorts in Chicago is upsetting the internet. People have big feelings about that.
Embrace your label, Brian. You're shorts guy.
Hell yeah, I'm shorts guy.
Embrace that.
Hell yeah, I'm shorts guy. 100%. Always will be. No pants. I was kind of surprised to see that when I came in this morning, that people would be surprised to see that and offended by it. I'm offended by all of your facial piercings. How about that?
I had to park and walk on Monday, I think it was, and it ended up being longer than I thought it was. And I cursed myself. I didn't have my gloves, and I had my jacket, my hat, the whole thing. And I was and my hand, and I'm like, why didn't I wear these gloves?
Here's a perfect example. Perfect example. We went to the outdoor Kringle Market thing last weekend. I put pants on because I was going to be walking around in the cold for like 2 hours, and it was, I don't know, hovering around 20 degrees. I probably could have survived in shorts, but I was like, I'll put on pants.
It'll be more comfortable for that amount of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was cursing that I didn't have my gloves on me.
Anyways, people are big mad about the guy in shorts.
Shorts guy.
Hypothetical Thursday continues. Gene already asked me sort of a question, but only applying to this story. We'll get to our questions here in just a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Where's the rack of gift cards? Rack of gift cards. Applebee's for mom and dad. Hooters for my bro. Amazon and iTunes for the kids. And Kohl's and Victoria's Secret for my wife. Christmas shopping done.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Last minute gift card guy.
Yep, on the spinny rack. We go.
A couple. My wife usually gets some gift cards, but not like that. It's not like a last minute type thing. That's definitely not who I am. New study ranking the most dangerous states to be in for Christmas. They based it on 10 different metrics like fires, crime rates, injury rates, and how slick the roads are this time of year. So all sorts of different types of dangerous. Number one, I bet you wouldn't guess it in a million years. Most dangerous state to be in for Christmas in America.
North Dakota.
Nope.
Weather. That's why I was thinking about the interstate
system. It's in the top 10, by the way.
That's
not number one.
Not Colorado.
Nope. That does make the top 10.
Mountains, snow, that kind of thing. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. I'm going to go completely different. How about Arizona?
Nope. Vermont.
I was going to say New Hampshire, somewhere out there, but
Dirty
that doesn't seem like
hippies living in Vermont.
That's like the ideal Christmassy area.
The chances of a white Christmas are 100%. So driving conditions are a huge factor here when it comes to the most dangerous states to be in for the holidays. They say Vermont, number one. New study ranking the most dangerous states using 10 different metrics. Again, fires.
Crime
rates. Well, I'm only going to say this because it's the truth. There's a huge homeless population in Vermont, especially in the big cities, and you can glean from that whatever you want. But Wisconsin,
yes.
number 2 on
really?
the list. Yeah, the Badger State. The top risk factor in Wisconsin
Falling.
is drinking rates. It means more injuries, more drunk drivers. We obviously also have the issue with the snow. Oregon, apparently just a lot of serious car crashes in general make it one of the most
foggy,
dangerous states to be in during the holidays. Colorado at number 4. One of the metrics that they use were injury-related Google searches, and apparently Colorado ranked very high on injury-related Google searches. North Dakota, as you mentioned, number 5, high in fires, crime, and drinking. Boy, North Dakota, not a lot going on there. What are we going to do? I don't know. Let's light a fire, commit some crimes, and do some drinking. Maybe not in that order. New Mexico at number 6, the most dangerous states to be in during the holidays. They say they have a high rate of accidental deaths in New Mexico.
Yeah, it's definitely not snow-related.
Montana, serious car crashes at 7. Maine with structure fires at number 8. Connecticut, car crashes again at number 9. Idaho at number 10. Ranking fairly high across the board.
Yeah, these
Idaho.
are mostly snowy areas for the most part.
Most dangerous states to be in for the holidays.
I always see those videos where, at some point during the holidays, there's some place out west, whether it's Montana or Idaho or North Dakota or whatever, and there's a snowstorm and there's a complete whiteout on the interstate, and they shut it down, shut down the interstate, and there's cars and people trapped everywhere. It's always like, no. Don't want that to be.
Danger's my middle name.
Yeah, dangerous states. Mississippi, by the way, the safest state for the holidays, according to a new survey, new study. Then Utah. No drinking, right? Nobody's drinking out there in Utah?
Yeah, they get snow, though.
They got special panties, special underpants, right? In Utah, the Mormons, don't they have special underpants for the women?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, they get some kind of special, underwear thing. You didn't know about this? I guess it was they just updated the cut of it recently, and the women went nuts because it's more sexy, more appealing. You didn't read about this?
Mm-mm.
Then Texas, Virginia, Maryland, and Georgia all tied for 5th.
Yeah. South.
Most dangerous states to be in
Vermont.
for the holidays. Yeah, obviously in the South with no snow, you don't have to worry about driving too much. Speaking of the holidays, on Hypothetical Thursday, we're going to go in the Wayback Machine here. Are you ready for this one?
Probably not.
Okay. How old do you think Kevin was in the first Home Alone? 6, 7, 8, somewhere around 8, maybe 9?
Like the actor or the character that he was supposed to be?
How old was Kevin in Home Alone?
Okay, the boy.
Yes.
He
was like a 2nd or 3rd grader, right?
Yeah,
8, 9
I'd
years
say, old? Yeah, I'd say 10.
You would think, really?
9, 10.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go back in time here. Of your 3 children.
Yes.
If you and Mike were to pull a Home Alone, and one of your kids was to get left behind accidentally.
At that age?
At that age. Which of the 3, Henry, Grace, or Ella, would you think... And this is given all the parameters of the movie, right?
Yep.
The phone line's down.
Yep.
The people are out of the neighborhood, right? They can't just call Lori. There's no cell phones, right? They can't. The police are sort of inept. All of the scenario. You're putting your kids in the movie, essentially, right?
Yes.
Because obviously, in this day and age, Jeanette would have been there and would have come, and
next
Madeline,
door, and
all the people, right? But putting yourself inside, which of your 3 children, Henry, Grace, or Ella, at that age, in that situation, do you think would have been able? And I'm not saying they would have passed away.
Of course,
would have not only been able to survive, but would have thrived in that situation.
Ugh, that is tough. Because they all went through, you know what I mean? Like right now, my first instinct was to say Ella because she was the 3rd, so she was the, you know what I mean?
Gritty, right? Dealt with the older siblings, right? Which is kind of what made Kevin a badass, because he had to deal with Buzz and and he was kind of the leftover. He was this sort of afterthought kid, right? And he just got
the things you let the 3rd one do are things you did not let the first one, and just by
and suffered all those indignities at the hands of his family, right? Yes. So he's used to just being mistreated, right?
Exactly. But does the kid in the movie have to do all the wet bandit trickery and battles and stuff like that?
Sure, let's put it in there.
Okay, well, then I would probably have gone with Henry.
He's got more of a criminal mind to him.
Well, I just think it would have been more crazy ideas of self-survival than... I think the girls would have been more real,
Right, just sit down, eat some pizza, and wait for things to, wait for something to happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Hide out, run to the neighbors. You know what I mean? They would have found other adults to solve the situation. But if they had to be there in trickery, probably Henry. Because especially at that age, he was...
kind of a demon. No love for Grace, though, huh? She'd be out.
She'd take care of everybody else. Right? She'd be taking care of everybody else. But, no, I think she probably just would have cried the whole time. Being left behind.
Sad that she got forgotten?
Yes.
Okay. Henry would seize the opportunity to play video games and eat whatever foods he wanted?
Probably.
Okay. And also be industrious when it comes to making pratfalls for criminals that try to get into the house. So of your 3 kids, you think that Henry would be the most successful in that Home Alone situation at that age?
Yes.
Followed by Ella, and then Grace wouldn't have a chance. She'd just cry.
She'd figure it out, but she'd be very sad.
All right. Hypothetical Thursday, my question for Jean, which one of her kids would survive and thrive in the Home Alone scenario at that age? Obviously now it's a whole different story and we live in a different world and all that stuff, but all the neighbors are gone except for the creepy old guy shoveling the walkway with the bucket of salt.
We had a creepy neighbor, too.
Everybody's got a creepy neighbor. Somewhere in their neighborhood.
Super creepy.
Sarah texted in and said, Kevin says he's 8.
Oh, is he?
When he's at the grocery store.
Okay.
Right? When she's, are you all alone? He says, ma'am, I'm 8. And do you think I'd come? I don't think so. So 8. You still sticking with Henry?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Hypothetical Thursday. My question for Jean. Which one of her kids would make it through the Home Alone scenario? She goes with the H-man.
Mm-hmm.
Get to Jean's hypothetical question in just a bit. Also got more sports coming up in a few. Right now, Sublime.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
NFL Week 15 tonight on Prime with the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Of course, Bears are at home on Sunday against the Browns at noon. Packers are in Denver taking on the Broncos. It's a late start on Sunday, 3:25. Lions, also a late start on Sunday, taking on the Rams. And the Vikings are in Dallas Sunday Night Football taking on the Cowboys. Badgers losing handily to Nebraska last night. 90-60 the final score. Badgers don't play again until next Friday. Bucks are at home tonight against the Celtics at 7 o'clock. And the Wisconsin volleyball team plays tomorrow at about 1:30 on ESPN against number 2 Stanford in the Sweet 16.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, maybe try to get out of work early, use a little PTO, go sit at the bar, watch the Badger women do it up.
Hopefully be victorious.
Asia Wilson standing atop the WNBA again in 2025, winning an unprecedented 4th MVP as her Las Vegas Aces earned their 3rd championship in 4 seasons. And because of that, she got the AP Female Athlete of the Year award earlier this week. The first time in her career that she got that award. The second consecutive year that a basketball player won it after Caitlin Clark was honored in 2024. The Army-Navy game is on Saturday at 2 o'clock on CBS. And then you've got your first bowl game Saturday night. Boise State taking on Washington at 7 p.m. on ABC in the Bucked Up L.A. Bowl. Brew Crew earning another national honor when they were named Baseball America's Organization of the Year on Monday.
Really?
The Brewers have been named Baseball America's Organization of the Year 5 times, more than any other franchise. The award made its debut in 1982, recognizes an organization for success at the major league level as well as in scouting, coaching, and other aspects of player development. The Brewers also won the award 3 straight years, 85, 86, and 87.
Nice little
and then
run
they won
there,
it.
huh?
They won it in 2018 and in 2025, obviously. So, congratulations to the Brewers. Meanwhile, speaking of bowl games, the Citrus Bowl is happening in Orlando later this month. And there's a new food item that's going to make its debut. A long-rumored, long-awaited food item making its debut at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando that has been sponsored by Cheez-It since 2023. Now, Cheez-It, the delicious little crackers,
are making all sorts of stuff. You saw the frozen pizzas now, right?
They have, yes, with the Cheez-It crackers crust. Cheez-It's been sponsoring bowl games since 2018. They've been the main sponsor for the Citrus Bowl since 2023. And now, at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando this year, turkey legs breaded with crushed up Cheez-Its will make their debut. Fans at the game can buy them starting in the second quarter for $25 a piece. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a turkey leg, much like a deep-fried chicken.
Yeah.
That's been crusted in Cheez-Its, and then I'm assuming deep-fried to keep the crust on it. They also, by the way, if you want to make these at home, they posted the recipe for them on Cheez-It.com.
I'm sure.
Turkey legs at the Citrus Bowl crusted with Cheez-Its.
Turkey legs is ham. Turkey legs is ham. The world is a lie. Everything we ever knew was a lie, guys. I was watching a TikTok. This girl said they was at the fair. They got turkey legs. The turkey legs tasted like ham. So they went back to the dude and was like, hey, why does this turkey leg taste like ham? He was like, it is ham. We just call them turkey legs. What do you want us to say? Pig leg? Mind blown.
Somebody is lying to that lady because turkey legs and pig legs are two different things. Maybe they were serving pig legs at a Renaissance fair and they mislabeled them. But
yeah, it really does look like fried chicken almost.
Yeah, bigger.
Like, bigger, but yeah, but covered in Cheez-Its, like a crust.
A website, by the way, speaking of food items at football games and stadiums all across America, a website recently analyzed over 100,000 food reviews at 100 different venues to see which foods the sports fans talk about the most. Top 10, peanuts at number 10. 2% of people are talking about peanuts. Who reviews peanuts?
These are good peanuts. Hot and tasty.
I would review them if they're bad. Like you get salted peanuts and there's not enough salt on them, right?
But
or if they're burnt or they're something's up with them. Tacos come in at number 9. By the way, the 3-foot-long taco thing at Miller Park last year.
You had the nachos that went like this.
Unbelievable. Plenty of food there. A lot of times you feel gypped and you're spending a lot of money. It was like $30, and it was enough for the three of us. My dad, my wife's dad, me, and her all shared it. It's like 3 feet long. It was wonderful. It was one of the first times I felt like I actually got value out of an item at a ballpark. Ice cream at number 8, hot pretzels at number 7, wings at number 6, popcorn, pizza at 5 and 4, then nachos, fries, and hot dogs at number 1. They make up 18% of stadium food mentions across all sports.
Apparently at that stadium you can also get a Bloody Mary that has a Cheez-It rim, like crushed up Cheez-Its on the rim of the Bloody Mary with bacon and olives. They've got a couple other Cheez-It menu items. That's just the newest one.
Leaning heavily into the Cheez-Its for sponsor, yeah. Cheez-It crusted turkey legs, which you can get the recipe for at Cheez-It.com. Making their debut at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. I got to get to Milwaukee Burger Company. They got. Did you see
the seafood one?
The seafood bloody of the month.
I saw that.
Yeah. Apparently, you can order just the garnish, and you don't have to drink the bloody too, because it's like feels like a lot. It's got like a lobster tail and all sorts of crab legs.
Yeah. Shrimp and scallops.
Yeah. We'll get to some 3 Days Grace and Gene's hypothetical question for me coming up next.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
This holiday, before things get too busy and before money is spent on expensive gifts, break things off with her now by getting her the Broken Heart Necklace.
Oh, how sweet. Wait, is this a broken heart necklace? Are you breaking up with me? Are you breaking up with me?
The Broken Heart Necklace.
Oh, you're so stupid. I should be breaking up with you. You're an idiot.
It says so much, so you don't have to.
You loser.
But she'll have plenty to say. about the broken heart necklace.
Here's your stupid necklace.
Nothing says we're done like the broken heart necklace.
You didn't break my heart, moron.
Get yours today from Nip It in the Bud Jewelers.
Break up, break up, break up.
December 11th is apparently the
Breakup day.
The best day of the year to break up with somebody. It's the mix of cold and snow and shame and holidays and don't want to pay for some girl I'm not really into kind of thing.
Maybe not the best day to break up, the most popular day to break up.
So, like, based on what? Perusing social media, some sort of, like, look at people's posts over the last umpteen years on December 11th?
15 years ago, researchers used social media to study when people change their status, basically from
in a relationship to single?
Correct.
Okay.
And today's the day with the biggest spike. So it's been called Breakup Day. I get that, though. You're breaking up, especially if you're trying to
just rip the Band-Aid off, yeah.
Yeah.
Get it over with. Don't try to get through the holidays and then eventually do it. Just do it now. And
are you really going to her family's house, or she's really coming to yours? Are you really are you going to invest in a present for something that you know some people think it's too cruel because it's too close to Christmas?
Well, it's cruel if you've been in a...
But if you stick through it and you do all the holiday stuff together, have you committed more? Does it seem like it's more serious now?
Then you're definitely more committed because you just spent time with the family, you exchanged gifts. There was an assumption of, maybe some more relationship here with each other, and now
new
all of a
year,
sudden,
new us, that whole thing. Right? I would think before Valentine's Day is another popular one because, you're celebrating this love thing, so let's get this over with.
That's such a dumb holiday to me.
If you do get dumped today, you're very much not alone.
You're not in you're not in the minority.
Not alone.
Right. You're in the majority. People get dumped today all the time.
I did ask a guy to move out on Christmas Eve.
Well, was it because you guys were breaking up or because there was other issues?
No, it was time to go. I recognize that it's Christmas Eve. But you need to pack your bag and go.
Were you in physical mortal danger?
No.
Then that's cruel. I would expect nothing less from you because that's the lowest you can go.
That's
Gene in a nutshell right there.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Kicking dudes out on Christmas Eve, nowhere to go.
One dude, one time.
Probably didn't let him take any of his clothes with him.
He's fine. I found him on Facebook. He's married with children. He's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure. His life didn't spin out of control for a couple of weeks.
I should have known it was the 11th of December. I waited 2 weeks too long.
Yeah, you did. But December 11th apparently is the biggest breakup day of the year because of the holidays and all that crap, and people are looking to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetical Thursday, my question for Gene earlier was if your kids were in the Home Alone situation, which one of them would make it through okay, and you went with H-Man?
Yeah,
are you changing your vote?
Well, it doesn't really matter, but mostly based on the tomfoolery that happens in the movie because he was about that kind of stuff. But as far as like actual knowing how to do things and surviving, I would probably still go with Ella.
Sarah let us know that Kevin said he was 8 when he was at the grocery store in the movie. So now
there's a lot of imagination going on at 8. You know what I mean?
Were any of your kids that precocious, though? I mean, like, you look at Kevin and you're like, yeah. I mean, like, and obviously it's a movie and your kid's acting or whatever. But, like, you could see that kid being street smart enough to survive. I mean, obviously he didn't eat very well, but what kid would?
Exactly. You've given can I walk to KT and get some?
But he knew he needed to get a toothbrush. He knew he needed to do some laundry. Yeah. Like shower.
I would be aware of all of that for
right.
sure.
Any of you worried now about any of them being? No, still sticking with H-Man.
Yeah.
All right. What's your question for me on Hypothetical Thursday?
Do you have a favorite snow day memory? Like, it snows so much, they cancel all the things, and it's snow day.
The only one that stands out, and this is how piss poor my life was growing up with my relationship with my parents, that it would stand out of all, because, like, so when I was a kid, around 10, 11, 12, I started delivering newspapers in my neighborhood. And at the time, I had about 100 papers, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We lived, so the way our streets worked, the way our neighborhood was, there was a street called Hills Ferry, and it went down from the top of the hill to the bottom, and we were on the bottom street, Syracuse Road, which was a horseshoe. And on the other side was Bates, and it was all of the Ivy League schools, and then there was Tufts. And each of these streets was a horseshoe, and on each horseshoe there's, I don't know, 30, 40 houses, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was delivering papers throughout the entire neighborhood. So I would come home from school every day. The papers would be in the driveway, delivered by the newspaper
of course.
company.
Yep, that's how that works.
And then I had my bicycle, and I had the bag attached to the handlebars, and I would throw them in there, and I'd ride my bike around. And even in the wintertime, you know, when the weather was bad, I had to deliver papers after school. A lot of times I'd have to walk because you weren't able to ride your bike. The only good memory I have of a snowfall, and it was the time it snowed so much that my dad had to drive me around because the snow was so bad. That's the only, like, in terms of taking a day off and going sledding or any of that.
Like, where your friends all were like, woo!
No,
and then
none of that stands out to me. The only, like, semi-positive snow memory I have was I didn't have to walk.
ride your bike. You didn't have to walk.
Or ride my bike in the snow because my dad actually took pity on me and drove me around to deliver.
That's how much snow there was?
There was at least a foot of snow. And my dad had a blazer, and, yeah, he drove me around. And the only other thing that stands out, and this wasn't even a snow day, but a snow memory. So my dad had like a bigger blazer, and my mom had a smaller, like a trailblazer. And my dad had a plow. And so he was plowing the driveway and pushing all the snow. And it was nice because before they built the pool when I was 16, there was nothing but yard at the end of the driveway. So he would just push all the snow into the yard. So it was just a straightforward, no messing around, no scraping and moving things around and going this way and going that way and angling the blade, just pushing it forward, and that would be the end of it. Well, I came home. I'll never forget it because my buddy Billy Hovey and I, we went to see the Mighty Mighty Bosstones and Sick of It All at UNH, which is in Durham, New Hampshire, and it's about 2 hours away from where I grew up. So we drive there, and it's like February, and on the way home, it was a blizzard. And we drove home in a blizzard, and Billy's like four-door Buick LeSabre. It was just a horrible drive. It took us like six hours, right? I didn't get home till like the next morning. And as I'm getting home, my dad is out plowing the driveway, but he's gotten stuck in the snow, and he can't get out. And so what he's got is my mom, first thing in the morning, and my psychotic dad has got his truck chained to my mom's truck, the littler truck, and he's got her out there in her nightgown trying to like pull him out of the snow, and he's like screaming at her, and all the neighbors are up watching this, and I come, I'm like, and he yells at it, "Get out of the effing car, Patty, and get in!" And he's just he's like Homer going off, man. And I didn't even have my license at the time. Like, so I wasn't even really able to I mean, I knew how to drive, obviously, but it wasn't like I was a professional. And it was just a matter of catching it at the right time and getting him out of the snowbank, which eventually happened, but it was just a wild scene in the snow. And yeah. Anyways, but not a lot of like crazy positive memories of snow days, taking days off and going sledding and things like that. Nothing really. A lot of chaos. A lot of chaotic things. I because I was 2 at the time, I heard vividly the blizzard of 78.
Well, that's what I was wondering about all that.
I was too young to really experience it. I mean, but I had heard stories about it.
Saw pictures and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Up to the rooftops.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't experience it, like I said, or remember it because I was too young. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get to Office Cora in just a bit. Find out what kind of hypothetical questions she's got for us. Also, bad news, happy music. If you want to weigh in on our hypothetical questions, you can find our contact info online at rockmornings.com.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
8:15 on Thursdays, we're joined by the one and only Office Cora. It's been a couple of weeks because you were in Nashville for a holiday bus trip. Of course, the first week was Thanksgiving. Then the next week you were in Nashville. And I got a text message at about 5 o'clock this morning that said Cora was a trooper. She fits in perfectly with radio. this weather sucks. I'm so ready to move to a hot place. I said, glad she wasn't too much of a problem. Did you have any issues with Office Cora? And bus driver Dan, a good friend of mine, said, ask her about the moonshine tasting. Ask her how many she tried. So apparently you overdid it at the moonshine tasting?
Well, I wanted to try all of them, and I had 17.
Jesus Christ, you're like that guy that died on the boat. Did you hear about this dude on the boat that died? They served him 33 drinks and he died?
Well, yeah, that's a lot.
He had the unlimited package on the boat on the cruise and he died, and now his family's suing the cruise line. You're that guy. 17 moonshines? How are you still able to see?
Such a tattletale.
Oh, my God. Good thing you weren't driving the bus.
You'd had
little.
Was that the end of the day?
Were little.
They're very tiny, but different flavors. So, like marshmallow and jalapeno and all that kind of stuff.
At what point
right?
does it stop even mattering? Can you even? How do you tell them apart after like 9? 17? Oh my God! Hit me with another one. Just keep coming.
Taste.
More moonshine, please.
Moonshine. Did you make up moonshine songs while you were there? Were you singing
You drink enough, so then you don't realize when they're swiping your credit card. You just keep buying more and more.
It is a genius way to make money.
They're really good at the upsell, because then they come in like a pint, like a bottle, like a jar.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, people spill a lot when you're trying to pour out of a jar. You usually lose one shot. So you have to buy this special lid with a little pour spout on it. Like, oh yeah, gonna need that too. Don't want to lose a shot.
Something like that happened to us at a winery one time.
I'm always a sucker for the upsell.
Office Cora, what else happened on your bus trip to Nashville?
Your friend Dan was fabulous.
Yeah,
oh my
of course.
gosh, he is the best bus driver I've ever had.
We don't call him Dan the bus driver man for no reason. He's the bomb. I refuse to ride on a bus without Dan
Not
driving.
driven by Dan.
Yeah. I just won't do it anymore. He's the man.
So what else was a highlight of Nashville for you?
He really is. Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to see a show at the Grand Ole Opry, and it was just so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved it. Mm-hmm. The Gatlin brothers were kind of the hosts, and then Ashley McBride was like the star. And it was everything I thought it would be. It was really cool.
How was your line dancing lesson? Did you take a line dance? I saw that on the list of things we were doing on the holiday bus trip. Did you take a line dancing lesson? Did you already know how to line dance?
I did try, but I almost got taken out. Like, those Nashville line dancers are serious. They're fast. Their arms are flailing around. I was accidentally got right in the middle of the dance floor, thinking that I would just kind of blend in, and I was going opposite directions I wasn't doing it right. Let's just say that. But I tried really hard.
Well, you gave it your A game, and that's the best you can do.
It's a dangerous thing.
How was the man situation down there? Was there any dudes in tight jeans with cute butts and
cowboy hats,
or any spurs, any sort of gentlemen?
Oh yes, that is definitely one of the highlights of the entire trip.
And how was downtown? Did you find a favorite bar?
There's always a lot of good scenery to check out.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Up and down Broadway.
Did you go into all the bars or just a few?
Yeah,
did you hit up
good.
Kid Rock's place, Bon Jovi's place? Which one was your favorite?
I didn't have time to go into all of them, but for the first time I went into Nudies, and I almost did last time, but I honestly thought it was a nudie bar. I mean, it's called Nudies, and it's completely opposite, because Nudie is the last name of a guy who designed clothes.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I went in there, and I even got to see Elvis Presley's gold suit. It was really, really, really cool to be like right next to it. It's very sparkly.
So 2 thumbs up for your trip to Nashville, holiday stuff, and looking forward to going back, I'm assuming?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would go back in a heartbeat. The celebrity bars just keep popping up. I was there in March, and now I think 2 new ones open. Post Malone's. I went into that. Then I wanted to go up to the rooftop bar.
Yeah.
By the time I got up to the top, I was in Jason Aldean's. Like, they're all connected, kind of.
Yeah. No shortage of places to grab a drink and a bite to eat on Broadway in Nashville. Well, I'm glad you had a good time and you were definitely in safe hands because Dan, the bus driver man, is the bomb. He's the best.
Yeah, I have never experienced the level of care from a bus driver that Dan. He was above and beyond.
Did he have to pour you into your seat after those 17 moonshine shots, or what's the deal here? Were you still standing after that?
I was still standing. I am a rock star, Brian.
Well,
they're little. They're tiny. They're little.
I know, but you went above and beyond.
17.
You did 17.
17. She went around the world and came back the other side.
That is true. And this was from, like, I got some at the first moonshine tasting, and then I went to another one. So it wasn't like I had 17 at one place.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's much better this way.
Office Cora back in Wisconsin. What do you got going on in the 715 this weekend? What are you doing now that you're back?
Well, there's the second annual Lights in the Valley drive-through Christmas lights display, and that is at the Eau Claire Expo Center. And it's $20 a car, and you go through this dazzling drive-through Christmas light show, and they have it like synced to a Christmas music medley that you put on your radio. And I have never been there, but I want to go this year.
What else is going on this weekend?
Let's see. Oh, there's something called the Shanty Switch Up. It's a holiday pop-up experience at Valley Burger Company. And they're doing, it's like a switch up of its cookie shanty into a festive wonderland. Ooh. Think twinkling lights, cozy vibes, and a holiday cheer served in a glass. You know, since the moonshine tasting, that's my new favorite way to hang out.
Yeah, it seems like you're now an expert in the realm of.
They're so gross too. That's what amazes me that she drank 17. They're not good.
Like after 4, you'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Good. They were all really good, except they had a Bloody Mary moonshine. It was really spicy, so I skipped it. And then they poured a jalapeno, something habanero, whatever. And then I'm like, well, I'm here for the party. I'm not skipping things. So then I had that one. It was even hotter, spicier.
No.
Woo.
No. That's a no for me. No for me.
Oh, Memorial High School Orchestra is having a cookie walk. So their annual treat paradise for cookie connoisseurs, and all funds go to the kids.
Love those things. You can get all sorts of stuff, krumkakas and all sorts of different cookies and Swedish and Scandinavian stuff. It's just delish.
That is Saturday, noon to 3.
Well, I'm glad you had fun in Nashville, and sounds like you got a busy weekend. I know you said you got to put your Christmas tree up. You haven't done that yet, so hop to it, all right? Yes. Seriously.
I know. I got to get on this. I've been gone.
You have.
Office Cora.
I got the work one put up.
Office Cora, always a pleasure. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you again next Thursday, and hopefully we'll have an update on the whole Christmas tree situation by then, okay?
All right.
Oh, I'll take care of it. I promise.
All right. Office Cora joining us each and every Thursday morning at about 8:15.
I bet Dan got such a kick out of her doing 17 moonshine shots.
I'm sure she was a hoot.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, it was a big one. 17. I know they're little. I know it's just,
But still, that's a lot.
That's a lot. What do they give you? Like an eighth of a shot?
Oh, it's tiny. Yeah.
It's like a whisper of a shot, right? I mean, it's just.
But like after a while, the flavors kind of are gross. You know what I mean?
That's
like
what I'm talking
you run out
about.
of like the ones you're interested in. You're like, okay,
At some point, you just stop tasting them, right?
You know,
and you're just getting wasted at that point.
It's anonymous, it's fast, and it's free.
Yeah.
Is this one blueberry or strawberry? Is this the watermelon or the peach? I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of moonshine either, so it just would sort of be wasted on me.
Those two big ones.
Yeah, two big ones. Thank you, Office Cora.
I can't decide if I want top or bottom.
Oh, Dan, I'm sure she was a hoot.
I bet.
17.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that they didn't even try to shut her off either. Like, yeah, whatever, man. How many more you want? You want another 10, 15? How many you want?
This lady's buying the store out here.
We'll spin it again. You got to get a special top. Yeah, we just made it in the back. It just came up with that.
You need a carrier for all the different jars you bought.
Here's a bag. It'll be $20 for the bag because if you can't carry them without a bag. Office Cora.
he would hold it out to my mouth. I would say a couple words, and then he'd pull it back.
All right. Bad News Happy Music is coming up in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril.
Now that's just nasty.
Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
Some 6 a.m., by the way, for Doc, who wanted to hear that.
I wondered where that came from.
Nikki Sixx's birthday. Today. We'll get started in Dallas. This woman really wanted to burn this place to the ground. After she allegedly set a house on fire, she then took a knife and used it to stab the fire hoses as the firefighters were battling the flames. Yeah. Dallas woman arrested after allegedly setting a house on fire, then using a knife to stab the fire hoses as crews battled the blaze. Investigators identified the fire as intentional. After
like
witnesses reported hearing 37-year-old Jermesia Murphy admit to starting the fire at the scene. Yeah, I started. Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell I did.
No injuries reported as the house was unoccupied. Murphy now facing charges of arson and criminal mischief.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think that there's big charges with messing with firefighters' ability to do their job, right? To try to put something out.
Dallas Fire and Rescue arriving to find heavy fire conditions at a one-story home. Crews extinguishing the fire while they were actively battling the blaze. However, 37-year-old Jermesia, however the hell you pronounce that, from Dallas, reportedly took a knife to one of the fire hoses trying to prevent the crew's efforts. She was immediately placed under arrest at the scene and intentionally charged with criminal mischief. Investigators later determined the fire began in the front room, was incendiary in nature, meaning an unknown heat source was used to ignite combustible materials. Authorities believe Murphy was the person who set the fire after multiple witnesses at the scene heard her admit to starting it while she was stabbing the fire hose. No injuries reported, house unoccupied. She's currently in a jail where she's charged with criminal mischief, interfering with public duties, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of marijuana. Probably going to be in some big trouble, mister.
Yeah! Look what I have created! I have made fire!
She was proud of that fire. She wanted to see it burn.
I would think there'd be serious charges.
You would hope. I don't know, dude. This day and age, you see that woman that killed that guy in New Hampshire or Massachusetts, whatever, Vermont, wherever it was, in New England? It was like a Grammy Award-winning musician. Beloved musician, right? Been touring and playing music for, and not that makes him a better human being than the rest of us, but, you know, gets killed in a car accident by some woman who's been arrested over 100 times and been through the system over 100 times in her life. Yeah, warrants.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And what are we doing? This is, speaking of New Hampshire, this is my home state. Bow, New Hampshire, just outside of Concord, the state capital. Authorities are looking for the public's help to try and track down whoever is responsible for shooting guns at a home's outdoor holiday inflatable decoration.
So they, drove by and tried to pop them? Or...
Yeah, police say that several inflatable Christmas displays were shot at outside of a home in Bow, New Hampshire at about 1 in the morning. Police said that they believe the gunshots were fired from the road, which suggests to the investigators that the alleged perpetrator or perpetrators were either inside of a vehicle or standing in the road when the shots were fired. So not just like somebody from the woods.
At a house.
Yeah. Act of vandalism is not only destructive to private property, but more importantly poses a serious and reckless danger to the residents of this neighborhood. Apparently, it was only the one house, though. Not quite sure how big and bold and beautiful their Christmas display was, but these people were offended by it or just out there for a random night of vandalism.
Today's show is brought to you by Christmas Yard Inflatables and your crazy neighbor who puts up Star Wars, Mickey Mouse, Snoopy, and the Grinch. I mean, come on, pick a theme.
Speaking of getting shot at, a man in Louisiana is recovering after suffering gunshot wounds to both of his legs that were shot by his wife's boyfriend.
Did he know about the boyfriend?
Back on December 1st at approximately 8 p.m., the officers from the Shreveport Police Department responded to reports of gunfire where they found a man lying in the street with 2 gunshot wounds to his lower body. Police say emergency responders quickly rendering aid, applying tourniquets to the victim's legs before he was then transported to a local hospital for further treatment. According to the victim, the shooting came after a confrontation involving his wife and her boyfriend, who had arrived at the scene in a black Nissan Altima. After a heated verbal exchange, the victim said he realized he had been shot in both legs and then saw the vehicle speed away.
Man, adding injury to insult to injury here.
Yeah.
You got to have a confrontation with the boyfriend, and then he shoots both your legs.
The police department there did a investigation. Detectives identified Adarius Benton as the primary suspect, and he was arrested and charged with attempted second-degree homicide. This poor bastard. Knows his wife is banging this other dude, and then he gets in an argument and gets shot for his troubles.
In both legs.
And then the guy leaves with the wife. Oof. That's not a good way to celebrate Christmas. No, thank you. Getting shot in the legs.
And then you got to be like, okay, I know who did it.
Well, that's one thing, though. The investigation was probably, the guy knows who it is. It's this dude who's been banging my wife.
I have legs. I have look at this. Man, I can walk. Jesus. Praise Jesus.
No, that's shot in both his legs.
Hopefully that guy can walk. Add this to the list of AI and Terminator problems and things that I'm not going to be a part of. Would you ever get in a self-driving vehicle?
Probably not, no.
One of these Waymos? We just had a story about one the other day that drove through an active
arrest.
That was it was like a
car chase, and the guy's in the road.
They had the guy in the road, and it turned left into the whole situation. We had this story a while back about the Waymos that were setting each other off in the parking lot. Remember that? They just kept honking all night. While another situation with these Waymos, these things sound like an absolute disaster. And I don't know.
So they're bigger cities, mostly in California and Texas, that kind of thing.
Two of them, not one, but two. 2 self-driving Waymos in San Francisco crashed into each other, trapping a third Waymo and then blocking an entire street because of their 3 Waymo accident.
So the Waymos are causing a traffic jam.
I just pulled out of the garage and I saw this going on. It's like this Waymo standoff.
Oh, because they hit each other. This is so funny.
Yeah. Videos and pictures. And these things are like, dude, they got cameras on the top. They got cameras on the sides. They got cameras all over the place.
I thought they can't run into things.
2 Waymos apparently meandered down the road, collided into each other, blocking all the traffic. And then a third Waymo had also followed the others down the road and got stuck behind the chaos. Footage taken by a bystander capturing the aftermath of the incident. 1 Waymo straddling the street sideways, locked into touching bumpers with its twin. Looked like it was traveling up the street before the collision. Third wheel watches from about a dozen feet away, all the while cars emitting the weird backup hum that EVs make at low speeds. The person in the video, you can hear him say, it's like a Waymo standoff.
Were there people injured? Were there people in the cars at the time, or these were empty vehicles that crashed into each other?
Not quite sure on that.
Nobody's injured, probably.
Not quite sure. But obviously, if somebody was seriously injured, then but apparently a Waymo last week ran over a dog that was reportedly playing in the streets. Another Waymo killed a bodega cat in San Francisco, a beloved bodega cat. So, yeah, apparently these Waymos are dangerous and deadly, and people are still getting in them. More power to you. I'll pass. Last but not least, this guy, hashtag Florida man, got caught stealing a BMW, and when the cops asked him what was going on, he said he was, quote, teleported into the vehicle.
130 miles an hour, and I swear to God. Watch his video. Do you have a fire extinguisher? I got in the car. I don't know. I teleported or something.
Where'd you get the car from?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You come from the beach side?
No, I teleported.
Did you come from Bicentennial Park?
I don't know.
He stole the car.
Hey, you saved me from...
This guy's name is Calvin Johnson, not to be confused with the former Detroit Lions wide receiver Calvin Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron. He was arrested earlier this week after crashing a stolen BMW. When the cops asked him what was going on, he claimed he was, quote, teleported into the vehicle.
Well, when you're trying to think of what you're going to say to the cops when they show up, one probably not used often. You know what I mean? I teleported into the future, and I ended up in this BMW. I don't know what happened.
The man was arrested after Florida deputies say he crashed the BMW that he stole and claimed he teleported into it. The sheriff's office there said that a man left his BMW unlocked in Bicentennial Park with the keys in a cup holder. While the man was walking his dog, this guy took his opportunity and stole the car. A few minutes later, deputies say that the BMW crashed. That's when they were called. Witnesses got the driver out of the crashed BMW. They told deputies that the driver, who was later identified as 36-year-old Calvin Johnson, was traveling well over 100 miles per hour when he crashed. Johnson allegedly told deputies he didn't steal the car. He teleported into it. Didn't know how he got there.
I don't know, man.
He was sent to the hospital for treatment. Going to be taken to the jail on charges of grand theft of a motor vehicle and driving with a suspended license. Apparently, he also made references to the X-Men and told the officers at one point, quote, "You saved me from the aliens."
Yeah, I was going to say, does he think he's like a Terminator? You know, he transported it. He came from the future and he's arrived in the behind the wheel of a stolen car. I mean,
maybe
that's realistic.
They swapped me out for the guy who actually stole it. Beam me up, Scotty. If you see the video, you'll see that he's got some kind of a head wound, so maybe his thinking was altered by some sort of crash there. Imagination.
He didn't have the car very long.
May have been boosted by some substances. Charged with grand theft auto, driving on a license that was suspended. Also has an extensive criminal record, of course. Convictions for grand theft, trespass, obstruction, loitering. But hey.
He teleports.
We'll just let these people walk around freely. Because why even bother arresting people for crimes anymore?
Oh, I looked up that lady.
The one that killed the guy? Yeah, over 100 arrests and warrants and all this and craziness.
40 more warrants, 80 other probation things.
Yeah, and then killed this guy. Beloved musician, Grammy Award-winning musician, walking his dog. And what do we do about that? Why do we keep giving this person chances? Because we're soft? Because we care?
Well, she's supposed to be even driving? Probably not, right?
Well, no, but was she even supposed to be out? I mean, I don't know what world I'm living in anymore. Just let these people out, walking around, committing crimes, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of crimes. And then when they kill somebody, what do they get? Are they going to a jail for life?
I don't know what's happening to that lady, but...
Probably not enough punishment. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Bad news, happy music. We'll get to our daily check-ins in a couple of minutes. Right now, it's Stained.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com. Call.
Hello.
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us. Check. We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Rockmornings.com is the website. You can find all the info, contact info there. You can listen to the show live on the website. You can check out the daily podcast there as well. Download the apps, 95.7 The Rock, 92.9 The X.
On App Day.
Yeah, National App Day. Download the apps, and you can submit voicemails, pictures, and videos. You can also click the Win tab at the bottom of the app and sign up to win all sorts of freebies. Got a text from my guy Dan, the bus driver man, earlier. this morning at about 5:45. At what time is Office Cora today? I would like to hear her experience of Nashville.
She went to Nashville for the holiday bus trip that we just had beginning of December, and sounds like she had a great time. Grand Ole Opry and downtown on Broadway, and 17 different moonshines and some attempt at line dancing.
I said, were there any issues? And he said, absolutely not. I led her down a path, and she took it from there. She had a great time. Ask her about the moonshine tasting. Ask her how many she tried.
All of them.
We did.
She tried all of them.
17,
every flavor.
Apparently. 17. Got a text from my guy, the Gunny Heath, said he's been in a Waymo a couple of times in Phoenix. Kind of effed up. LOL. I don't know if I'm getting behind a driverless vehicle. I don't know if I'm getting in one of those things. Not my jam.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a Johnny Cab on Mars. I don't know if I'm getting in one. Doc wanted to hear 6 a.m. Nikki Six's birthday. We did that.
Happy birthday.
Bill let me know it was a Ferrari in Magnum PI. What did I say? Lamborghini?
Oh, maybe.
I got my cars wrong. Danny texted in and said, I never knew until now that the Super Bowl Shuffle and myself debuted on the same day.
Born on the same day as the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Happy birthday, Danny. Debuting on the very same day of the Super Bowl Shuffle. 1985, right? Jake texted in earlier. Your hypothetical question for me was snow days.
Yeah. Do you remember any particular fun snow day in your
Not fun,
childhood?
but I remember a couple of snow days. Jake said, my senior year, 1996, we had 12 days of school canceled because of either cold or snow. My friends and I went snowmobiling most of those days. That's good.
It's a nice memory.
Yeah, I lived in a city. We didn't really have a lot of snowmobiling opportunities in the city, to say the least. Got a text from Hunter earlier. We were talking about dudes who wear shorts year-round, like me. He said, Brian, are we talking about above the knee or below the knee shorts, like the hoochie shorts? He said, check out this video, hoochie daddy shorts meme. Then he sent along a video. And
Is it like short shorts? Really
yeah,
short? Like
it's this guy.
Daisy
It's
Dukes?
like everyone's dad from the 80s who made shorts out of old jeans.
Oh, yeah. Pop.
And they were way up to your dingleberries.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a guy in my neighborhood who mows his lawn like that.
They were not short like that. They were closer to the knee. Thank you, though, Hunter. Appreciate that. Sarah let us know that Kevin McAllister said he was 8 years old when he was at the grocery store in Home Alone. When I was asking you your...
How old do I think he is? Yeah.
Yeah, hypothetical question. Ryan said, good morning, Brian. I was just at Milwaukee Burger, saw that big-ass seafood bloody. I believe the cost was like $60-$70, which I fully expect to pay. I mean, that's a lot of garnish, and you're talking about seafood,
There's
which is
lobster
expensive.
on there.
But I need to find a coupon now, apparently. Still going to gotta get in there and try.
BOGO? Is it a BOGO?
Don't think so. No, don't think so. Thank you very much for all the correspondence. Good to hear from you guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.